That crazy, insane dude is Jacob Fatu, and I believe he's coming to Backlash France to help the new Bloodline. I believe that is the latest member from the Island of Relevancy to join the Bloodline, but let's get into that in just a little bit, because welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a wrestling YouTube channel, and by law, YouTube law that is, I have to do a prediction video of the upcoming WWE Premium Live event. It will always be a pay-per-view in my heart, though. And we can start with our first and most obvious one, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. While AJ Styles is a very, very worthy competitor, and coincidentally enough, 21 years ago, AJ Styles fought Dusty Rhodes for the NWA title. He was defending it, and he beat him. 21 years later, he's fighting his kid for the WWE Championship, and he will lose. Rhodes will get revenge, and he will finish Dusty's story on beating AJ Styles, because it's not happening. Absolutely, 100% bet the farm, bet your kids' farm that Cody is retaining. They're not ending the streak of Roman Reigns just for the guy to beat him, lose it 1 month later. Now, there are rumors, though. There is a slight possibility, a chance in hell, if you will, that AJ will win, in that, on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes, they both went for this, springboard move off the ropes and missed, and Cody landed awkwardly on his shoulder, and he was selling it pretty hard. And so people are saying maybe he's injured. And if he's injured, what's worse? Giving up that belt after such a hard-fought win over the Tribal Chief, or losing it a month later by pinfall? So, I don't know. People are saying that maybe fate has intervened and is going to take the title off of Cody. I don't see it happening. Honestly, even if he is hurt, I think they'll just hold off a month or two. They let Roman take off months and months and months. The only flip side to that is Rhea Ripley was just injured, and they didn't let her take months and months off. They just took the belt off, so it might be seen as unfair. They could justify it for Roman, but could they justify it for Cody doing it so soon off of Ripley? It's a domino effect here. Again, I really don't see it. The dude fought through that, torn, whatever it was. Remember the Hell in the Cell with Seth Rollins? When his, man boob was all oh, gross. Put his shirt back on. I really think that that's a non-issue, and Cody will win for real. If AJ Styles beats Cody for the title, I will do something insane. I am so confident that Cody will win and retain the title that you come back here, you put some action that you want me to do in the comments, and the top comment that gets the most likes, I will do whatever that insane thing is. Eat a hat, go to France itself and kiss the ground that AJ won the title on. I don't know. Put something in the comments and I'll do it if AJ wins, because he's not winning. I don't care. Make it as crazy as possible. It's not happening. Not happening. So let's move on to another surefire, no matter what, gonna happen victory, and that's for Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the Kabuki Warriors. The Kabuki Warriors, awesome, great, I love the name. They're actually a tag team, not just a couple people thrown together, and usually I hate a couple people thrown together just for the tag team's sake, but this one works, actually. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair actually does work on many levels. They're coming out of WrestleMania as friends, so they have that connection going. The real reason is the behind-the-scenes reason. Jade is probably not ready yet to wrestle, but they need to get her ready. So she's been having a bunch of house show matches. She had a match at WrestleMania, a 3-on-3 match. We need to get her more ring time. We need to get her on camera even. So to do this, put her with a vet like Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is amazing, awesome, just fantastic, one of the best. Put those two together. And now, if Jade screws up or something's going wrong, something's going south, Bianca can jump in, save the day. So them pairing together is an easy, obvious choice. And eventually, one of them's going to turn on each other. And it will then allow for that singles push for Jade Cargill. And I hope it's Bianca Belair that turns. I hope Bianca does something like, you know what? You wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for me. I taught you everything you know. So that aside, just looking at the competitors, Kabuki Warriors, awesome, but nobody's pitting Jade, all right? Nobody's pitting this tag team. They are so overpowered. They are OP. They're the definition of OP, honestly. Like, who could beat them even? I'm trying to think what tag team could beat them. I mean, maybe if they put Piper Niven and Nia Jax together, or Charlotte Flair, Becky maybe? Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. Those two would have a shot, actually. I could see those two doing it. Other than that, I really don't think anyone could do it unless they have that, you know what? I'm jealous of you moment, boom, and you lose the title, setting up a one-on-one feud. So that's the Jade Cargill match. Obvious win. There's a lot of obvious wins here, except for the next match, which is Jey Uso, Damian Priest. This one's interesting because there's a lot of side players that could get involved. It's Jey Uso, so the Bloodline could always get involved, and it seems like the Bloodline is going after people who has wronged the Bloodline in the past, so it's an easy one for the Bloodline to get involved. However, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Jey Uso's on his own for a little bit as the top babyface of Raw. So, what's going to happen? It's tough to say. If Jey lost, it would seem like he can never get that big win. He can never finish the job. Yes, he's over, but when's he gonna get over, right? He didn't win against Gunther. He didn't win against Roman. It's like, when are you gonna actually pull the trigger, give the guy a belt? But does it have to be the heavyweight? What if it was the U.S. title? He had a little segment on Raw with Logan Paul. Now, the thing about that, though, is I really hope this isn't true, because Logan Paul's SmackDown, Jey is Raw, and I want the brand split to actually matter. I know in the past it hasn't, but I'm going under the assumption that Triple H is going to make it matter. But let's just, for a moment, say it doesn't. This could start a long-term feud building up to SummerSlam, which, again, I hope isn't true, because I would rather LA Knight get the Logan Paul feud. But it does put Jey Uso in a big-time feud, so if Logan Paul came in and did some shenanigans and caused Jey to lose, you set up that feud, but I hope not. I really hope not. Then there's Damian Priest. What about Damian Priest? Well, he did just cash in the Money in the Bank on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre might be mad, so what if Drew fought and did something, caused some shenanigans for Damian Priest to lose? Because here's the deal. Damian Priest, he can't lose either. They're in a no-win situation, and that Damian Priest can't afford to lose because he just got to the main event. We don't want to see this quick of a transitional champion in Damian Priest, because it could kill his character. It could kill the momentum that he's building, right? Just losing the title so quick. But Jey Uso, he needs to win the title too to make himself main event, actually live up to his name, main event Jey Uso. So it's like, really, it could go either way. Oh, man. And then, what if Finn Balor gets involved and he accidentally screws Damian Priest, where Damian Priest loses the title, and that then allows the Judgment Day to break up? Or what if Finn Balor doesn't accidentally cost him the title, but purposely costs him the title, facilitating a complete breakup? Because right now, it seems like Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are set to become faces, while Judgment Day doesn't necessarily need to. And I'm about to do a video on how Finn Balor is being misused, and the dude just signed a contract, so maybe this is what he needs to fully take control of Judgment Day like he once did and was claimed to be the leader. Kick out Damian Priest, cause him to lose. There you go. Or what if Finn Balor causes him to win, then beats him up, and Finn Balor says, that's because I want your title. That's what I'm going with. Damian Priest is gonna win, but it's gonna be because of Finn Balor, because Finn Balor costs Jey Uso the win, but then it's a turn, and Finn Balor becomes the leader of Judgment Day. That's a little far-fetched, but I'm going with it. You know, these other YouTubers, they're just going to say, well, that guy's going to win. No, I'm telling you scenarios. I'm going even further. That's what you get here at this channel. Let's go with the next one. Should I tell you about the match that has to happen? There is only 5 matches on Backlash. I believe there's going to be a 6th match, and it has to happen. It should happen. Triple H needs to make it happen. Do you want to go with that one yet, or do you want to save that to the end? We'll save it to the end. So go back to the beginning of the video, you saw that guy, that crazy guy. That was Jacob Fatu, and I believe that he is going to cause KO and Randy Orton to lose their match. This is an easy one. Bloodline wins. Bloodline rules. They cannot afford to let Solo Sikoa lose this match. The Bloodline needs to win. The only way Solo loses is if Roman Reigns himself flies to France and Superman punches Solo Sikoa to prove that he is truly the tribal chief, and that's not happening. Roman Reigns won't fly to Ohio, all right? He's definitely not flying to France, and can you blame him? Just kidding, French. I love you. What you did with potatoes, amazing. Chef's kiss. For real, though, it's not happening. Bloodline needs the victory way more than the other two. They're going to go off and fight a program anyways. You can let them, but I don't want it to be here. I don't want there to be any dissension in the ranks of this match. I want Randy Orton and KO to go to SmackDown and be like, hey, you cost us the win. No, that was you. You made me get pinned. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm tired of carrying you. You cost me the U.S. title at WrestleMania. No, that was you. They can have their fallout there and go on to have their happy little match at the next PLE while the Bloodline continues to be dominant. Solo cannot lose. And to do it, just bring in Jacob Fatu, this insane dude. This guy, there's this like spaceman plancha that he does. He runs to the ropes, jumps over the ropes, goes backwards, and lands on a bunch of people. This guy's not Yokozuna, but the boy can eat. He doesn't skip a meal. And it's like, wow, this guy's crazy, and I'm all for it. I want fusion of crazy in the Bloodline to make them a little different than the last Bloodline, you know? Bloodline's got to win. Solo cannot lose. He cannot afford to lose. The next time Solo loses needs to either be to Cody Rhodes after a long build-up, or Roman Reigns and or The Rock, the real tribal chief. Whoever the real tribal chief is, that's the only way Solo needs to lose, because he can't afford it, right? The Bloodline needs to just keep going stronger and stronger and stronger. Because Solo, he's no Roman Reigns, but that's okay. Triple H was no Shawn Michaels, but by the time that Triple H was done with DX, that's the DX we remember. So who knows? Maybe Solo can make this the Bloodline that we remember. Highly doubtful. I doubt we'll ever get to that same level of Roman, but what if you had a Bloodline and a Bloodline 2.0, and that 2.0 was almost as good? It could happen, but these victories have to happen in order for Bloodline 2.0 to happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, next match. The fifth match before the final match, which I think they need to add, is, well, both are actually, could be triple threats, but this one for sure is happening. Naomi versus Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, she's the future. It's obvious. She's great. She's amazing. She's smoking hot. Doesn't hurt. But Bayley just won. She just had her moment. If anyone is going to lose the title right away, it could be, honestly, it could be, like I already said, it could be Damian Priest. But I also think it could be Bayley. Bayley, she had her moment. She's been champion for before. It could definitely happen. But I really do think that she's going to win. Tiffany Stratton is the future. But I believe this is just her entrance into the main event picture, and they don't need to pull the trigger right away. It could be a SummerSlam victory. Let Bayley win here, and Tiffany say, you know what, I didn't get pinned. I still deserve everything. And maybe you could have Naomi. She gets knocked out because of shenanigans, and she could say, you know what, I only lost because of this, this, and this. They could have a match at the next PLE, and then Tiffany Stratton and Bayley can have their final match at SummerSlam, where Tiffany wins and becomes champion, but she's hovering in that main event scene. There's also the fact that Nia Jax could help her. I could see a lot of things happening, but really, I'm just going with Bayley. Bayley feels like the right call, even though Tiffany, Naomi, both of them could do it. But yeah, it's gonna be Bayley. Slight chance they go with Tiffany just to crown her. I just don't think it's ready yet. I don't think she's ready. Just give her a couple more months. She's very close, though. She's very close. And even if she did get it, I could see it being a huge success. Are we ever really ready? For real? When we're ready to move to the next level, usually we're forced to that next level before we're fully ready, and then we sink or swim. So I could definitely see if she won, like on Saturday, that she could just run with it and be ready. But let's just hold off. Let's hold off to SummerSlam. That's only a couple months away. And then we get a big title change. And Bayley gets to keep it for a little longer. Everybody's happy. Final match, number 6, that I think they are going to add is on Raw. We had Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed. Chad Gable got involved because those two are having a feud, Sami and Chad. Chad gets involved, and then Bronson Reed attack both of them. I think easy easy choice, get Sami Zayn into this match. So there's multiple ways this could go. You could do Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable for the #1 contendership. On the next PLE, you have the winner of that, who should be Chad Gable, go on and fight Sami Zayn. However, this is Backlash France. France is in the title of this PLE. At least we not forget Montreal. Sami Zayn is huge in Montreal, and one of the things that endears him to that is his ability to speak the language of love. Believe it or not, Canada has 2 official languages, and Montreal is French. And they're in France. Sami Zayn can speak French, so I know there's already a triple threat for a title. Make it 2. Bronson Reed, Chad Gable, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn can somehow win, allowing Chad Gable to say, no, this is unfair. Unfair. That allows them to then continue their feud, and it moves on without Bronson Reed. But yeah, Sami Zayn as kind of a hometown hero because he speaks French would be over. It would be huge. He would have everybody on his side. And I just, book it. Book it. You don't have to credit me, Triple H. It's yours. I'm giving that one to you for free. Get me Sami versus Chad Gable somehow. Whether it's one-on-one or you add Bronson Reed, whatever you want to do. Or you know what? Honestly, I just want Chad Gable. But I feel, because of that French connection, we should have Sami. So, guys, in the beginning, I told you that YouTubers are obligated to do a certain thing, like, pay-per-views, reviews, predictions. Well, I'm also obligated to ask you to acknowledge the subscribe button, like I acknowledge that there's no chance in hell that Cody's gonna lose his title. Merci beaucoup, everybody, for watching the video. Thank you, and good night, good day, whatever.